Welcome back to the Black Wallflowers podcast. We're your hosts. I'm Taylor.
And Myra?
The Black Wallflowers podcast is two black introverted women discussing daily life, navigating an extroverted world.
All right. So my that's random for the week is a situation that happened with me and Chuck. So,
Mm.
how do I say this without being kind of rude? So, basically when I first posted about me opening up my Etsy shop, shameless plug, I did open up my Etsy shop. I'll try to leave it in the show notes if I can. But when I opened it, I had like kind of a comment popped up on it, and I took it to be somewhat negative and shady. So I sent it to Chuck like, oh man, like they was really being rude or whatever. So Chuck was like, yeah, they were being rude, da 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 da, like kind of agreeing with me.
Mm.
So then I ran it by one of my friends that's like in the planning world too, and she was like, no, I think they meant it this way, but in basically in a non-negative way. And when she explained that to me, I was like, oh, okay, yeah, I could see that. So when I brought that back to Chuck, he was like, yeah, I seen that the whole time, but
Mm.
you say that I always take other people's sides, so I just wanted to take
Mm.
your side on this. So my thing is, I'm like, I don't know. I didn't know how to respond to that because I have thought in the past that he always like it, and it's in his personality. He always give people the benefit of the doubt.
Mm. Mm.
So to me, it kind of seems like he's taking other people's side. But I also don't want somebody that's just gonna blindly go with anything. Like,
Yeah.
let me know that something is like, that's crazy. Don't do that. So I'm like, is there a middle ground with that? Like, you definitely don't
Mm.
want like a yes man, but you don't want somebody that's always like going against you either.
Mm. I think he could have said something differently, like, "Oh, you know what, babe? I can see how you can, feel like, this person was, being disrespectful or coming at you, But you know what? I think what happened? I think what she meant was this.
Yeah, but I'm gonna be honest. I would thought that he was taking somebody else's side.
Okay, okay. So
Because
what should he have done differently then?
that's why I'm like, I don't know. That's why I don't know how to respond to that because I really don't know. Because it's like I told him like I appreciate you taking up for me, but I also want you to be like, I don't know. I sound really wishy washy right now, but but typically. So now he's like, I don't know what to do. I don't know what you want from me. Because
Mhm.
typically he's like, oh, well, maybe they meant this or maybe they meant that. And nine times out of 10, well, I don't know now. Maybe they did mean the opposite thing that he was
Right.
looking at. But sometimes it just comes off like he is taking other people's sides.
Mhm.
So now it's like, I don't even know how do I get a balance of that?
Right, right.
I don't know.
And then moving forward, everything you ask him is gonna be like, okay, is that how you really feel, or you just trying to
Right.
take my side? Yeah.
Right. So
So.
he's like, I don't know what you want me to do. I tried to do what you wanted me to do.
Mhm.
But I'm like, I don't know now. Like what's the balance in that? Would you just rather him all the time or rather your spouse all the time just say how, the truth of how he feels regardless of if it's against you or not?
I think if it's something that's gonna hurt my feelings, then lie to me. But if it's something like, oh, I might hurt my feelings a little bit, or whatever, like I think I would initially be like, I can see how you feel with that, but this is what I think is going on.
Yeah. I still don't know. Cause I feel like we've done that before, like, and I
Mhm.
explain it, and he's like, "All right, you got it." Like he
Mm.
just gives in. So it's like, I don't know, cause I definitely don't want no yes man, cause then I'll just be
Right.
out here doing anything.
Mhm.
So, I don't know. So that was my random. I was just like, I don't even know how to respond to this.
Yeah.
I guess I need to work on it, like myself, being a little bit more open minded,
Mm.
because he is very
Yeah.
like he looks outside of the box when it's a situation. But
Mm.
I'm like, I'm right, and I'm the only person that can be right.
Mm.
So I need to step out of that a little bit more. But yeah,
Yeah.
that was my well, that's random. I was like, huh, I don't even know how to respond to this.
Oh, that's funny. Well, that's funny that you kind of talking about that because mine is about my husband too. But it's something good. So
Oh, good.
I'm like, oh, okay, okay. So mine is so we signed the boys up for basketball. I think it's been like a month ago now, and the season's getting ready to start next week. And I told you this already, Myra, but Ray's the head coach, and he has like I think one or two assistant coaches. But anyways, he's the head coach.
Mhm.
And when we found out we were having boys, and like when you're thinking about before your child is born or when they're little, you're like, oh man, I can't wait, to be able to do this when they get older, or oh, I can't wait to their first school dance, that kind of thing. But
Yeah.
I remember when they were little, I was like, oh man, I can't wait till they start playing sports. Oh my God, what if you're like the coach? And like, it's like, oh my God, that's like next week. Like, I'm about to watch my husband coach our kids' basketball team. And one, I think that's just the most adorable thing. They've played sports before, but they did t-ball and soccer, and I wasn't really into that. But they about to start playing basketball. That was like my sport growing up. But I'm like so excited to like watch them play and then also watch him coach as well. Like one, I think that's like super attractive. But I'm like super excited about that though. To like experience them playing on the basketball team and watching Ray coach as well. But my question is like, is there anything like either now or like even before Ashton was born where you were like, oh man, we have a boy. Okay, oh, I can't wait till he does this, or I can't wait until my son and my husband do this together. Like, do you remember anything?
Well, after I got over the initial shock that he was not a girl, I was like, I'm just gonna be a soccer mom for the rest of my life. I'm gonna have a short haircut, one of those minivans, and I'm just gonna be the soccer mom. So that's what I that's what I want him to do.
Mm,
We kind of like introduced that like a lot of his toys are like
mm.
geared towards soccer. Um,
Oh yeah,
so
cause Chucky watches soccer, right?
yeah.
Mm,
Yeah, now I don't know if Chuck actually played soccer.
mm.
Like, I mean, outside of video games, but so I don't know if he would be like coaching. I never thought about him coaching, but soccer to me seems like one of the safer sports versus like football. I mean, I guess football is the only one that I'm like really concerned about. But soccer is the only sport that I actually know what's going on too. So I'm like, I really want him to play soccer so I can know.
Yeah. Oh,
And then plus I can get that soccer mom sticker for my car.
right.
So yeah, that's the
uh,
sport. Hopefully he takes to it. He seems really interested in it now, but I mean, it's just baby toys at this point, but
mhm.
we'll see.
Wow. Oh. Yeah, when
Yeah.
the boys play soccer, it was just okay. It was just running back and forth. They don't really know what they're doing, and
Yeah, I know it's gonna
um,
be boring like that first few seasons
mhm,
until they get the rules, because basically it's just them, like you said, running back and forth.
right. But yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited for the season to start. So
Yeah, I hope they enjoy it and take to it, cause I know I forget which one of the boys, but one of them like I want to be the coach. Ain't nobody got time to
yeah,
be.
right. Yeah, yeah. That was Taj. He said he don't want to play. He want to be the coach. That was funny, but he's more excited now that he knows his dad is going to be his coach. So
Yeah, I
hopefully
think that would
one
be
or both of them.
push.
Yeah. Hmm.
But that's gonna be fun. You're gonna be a basketball mom.
Yes. Oh,
You
I
get a
can't
sticker.
wait. I will, man. I'm gonna give me a little T-shirt with the Harris Boys on the back of it or something.
That's gonna be so cute.
I can't wait. Um. Okay. All right. Well, we will go ahead and get into today's topic. And so as you guys know, we are, well, maybe you don't know because this is not coming out for a couple more weeks, but in a couple weeks, is Thanksgiving. And as introverts, Thanksgiving, Christmas, just that whole, um, all of those holidays together is it's a lot for us introverts sometimes because I mean there's family coming over, a lot of gatherings, and not a whole lot of time for you to, just spend, on your own. So
Mhm.
today we're going to talk about how we introverts survive the holiday season. But I read this article from the Chicago Tribune actually, and it gave tips on ways that us introverts can deal with the holidays, or different tips on how to deal with the holidays. And I just want to talk about four of them. So the first one was to check your calendar. So basically, make sure that whatever you have planned, make sure you have something going on or something not going on the day before and the day after. So the day before, so that you can um, charge yourself or charge your body up before having a big day the following day, and then not do anything the day after, so you can kind of recharge your body after having a busy day of visitors or being gone all day, and big crowds and everything. So that's definitely something I'm gonna do this year. This year, kind of not do much of anything the day before Thanksgiving, and then the day after, kind of chill and recharge and everything before going back to work or whatever. And then the second one is to suggest alternatives. So let's say, maybe for Thanksgiving, y'all might go to so and so's house, and then maybe for Christmas, y'all kind of do, somebody's house who maybe they won't have as many um, visitors or something, or just kind of swip swap, holidays, or maybe not even, maybe do like one house instead of like two or three, houses. Is that something that
Mhm.
y'all do? Like not go to a million?
Um, last year would have been Ashton's like first everything, but I initially wanted to because he was still maybe 4 or 5 months around there. So I really wanted to not leave the house at all because he was
Mhm.
still young, and then plus
Yeah.
it's a lot for me as an introvert. Then it's a lot to pack up a little baby like that,
Mhm.
going back and forth. So, but that didn't happen. So we end up stopping at three houses on
Mm.
Christmas,
Oh God.
which is really overwhelming. And then during that time, I had to go right back to work the next day.
Mhm.
So I didn't have a break. I was at work Christmas Eve for like a half a day or something. I think we got off like 2 hours early, and then I
Mhm.
had to go right back to work the next day. So that was a lot. So I had suggested to maybe do like Christmas Eve at his parents and Christmas Day at my family because I live fairly close. Like they're less than 5 minutes from our house
Mhm.
versus his family, it's about 35 minute drive.
Mhm.
So, but I don't, people get like kind of weird, like, oh, why I gotta do Christmas Eve? Why can't I see him on?
Mhm.
And it's like, it's not even really that big a deal. One, Ashton doesn't care. And
Mhm.
then, and then two, like, we have our own little family now, too. Like,
Yeah.
I want to make my own traditions with him on Christmas Day. And, he's my son, so I should be able to have it right. But it just makes logical sense. And I also suggested, like, we can even flip flop, like, each year. But it just makes logical sense since we live closer to my side to have it on that day in case either one of us has to go to work the next day. We're already close to home.
Yeah.
But it is so draining to be stopping at this person house, then drive across town to get to the other person, and then somebody gonna feel like, oh, they only stay here for like an hour. They ain't even hang out.
Right.
So it's a lot. It's a
Mhm.
lot. So I did suggest it, but I think his family is like kind of side eyeing it because it's quote
Mhm.
unquote Christmas Eve, which is, it doesn't really matter today.
It
It's
doesn't. No.
it's just about spending time together. It just
Mhm.
makes logical sense. Like, unfortunately, y'all live 35 minutes away. Don't nobody want to be
Right.
all that driving if we got to go to work the next day.
Mhm.
So
Wow.
yeah, that has been my suggestion. We haven't like narrowed down anything.
She's coming up.
Yeah, it is. I mean, Christmas, yeah, Christmas is the biggest thing because the day after Thanksgiving, we typically have off. So it's not really that big of a deal to stop at different houses.
Mhm.
But Christmas is that, it's so much. And then everybody, and I got to drag around all these toys. So
Mm-mm.
it's like,
No.
I don't want to be doing that. So I don't know. I think people get too
Wow.
serious about hung up on the day.
Mhm. And I'm looking at the calendar. Christmas this year is on a Wednesday,
Yeah.
right in the middle of the darn week. Wow.
And as long, I mean, I should have the rest of the week off. Hopefully they don't listen to this, but I should have the rest of the week off.
Mm.
Um, if I make it, because it's been some struggles. Like I've been feeling like sick, like I need to call off, but I have exactly 2 days, and I need to save it on 2 days for
Right.
Thursday, Friday. So
Mm.
hopefully I make it, but still, like you said, I want to be able to decompress. Like I'll the 2 days after Christmas, I pretty much that's blocked off, so I don't have anything to do. And that weekend after Thanksgiving, that's blocked off too. Like I'm not planning anything. I'm just gonna sit in the house,
Mhm.
relax, and not do too much. So
Yeah.
recharge from all that.
Mhm. Yeah, I think for the past couple years we've been swapping. Definitely Thanksgiving. Cause I feel like with Thanksgiving, like I feel like that's a lot to try to go to one house and eat and then go to the other house and eat. I think that's just too much.
Mhm.
Christmas I kind of get maybe going to a couple different places, but we have like a main place that we go to. But um I feel like actually I think last year both Christmas and Thanksgiving we did with Ray's mom. I mean with Ray's side of the family, but I think that's just because my side didn't really have any set plans. So I'm like, well, since nobody has really gotten back to me, I'll just make plans to spend the day, on my husband's side of the family instead. So, but yeah, Christmas is a lot. And then, have you ever hosted like Thanksgiving or Christmas? How was that?
Yeah, we hosted the first year we moved in here,
Hmm.
so like 2016 ish,
Hmm.
and it was god awful. Like it's too many people. Like the way our house is set up, like we have the room, but it's kind of awkward to like entertain people because like in order for people to be comfortable, half the people have to be in like the family room, quote unquote, and the other half in the living room, and you can't see one another the way our house is set up. So it was just awkward trying to entertain all that people, and then like the cleanup afterwards, like we had a ton of leftovers.
Mm.
And it's not, well, then it was just me and Chuck. I mean, I guess still it's just me and Chuck. Ashton don't eat that much, but we didn't have that kind of room to be storing all that food, so a lot of the food got thrown away.
Yeah.
The cleaning after that, I was like, I never do this again.
Hmm.
Like I feel like I probably would do it, but just not in this house. Like if we move, I definitely want to have like some area or something to be able to entertain, because I don't know, the way our house is set up is just not meant for all that. And especially because since then, like we've had 4 or 5 kids pop up.
Hmm.
He's 16, so that's 4 or 5 more people that has to be in here. And yeah, I
Yeah.
don't have anywhere for like just kids to play.
Right. Right.
It's just not. Yeah, I can't do it.
Yeah.
No.
I mean, even with that though, like that's something that I think about like during, Christmas time, kids are getting, toys and everything. So they might, get a gift from us or they might bring something that they got for Christmas and then mixing that in together with everything that my kids already have or that they got for Christmas, things might walk away on accident or somebody might
Mhm.
leave something or, whatever. Somebody might fight over a new toy. Like, and then I mean they have a playroom, so all the kids have somewhere to play, but I don't know, just like mixing all the new. Oh, that sounds horrible, but
No, because that's. I mean, maybe we're horrible. Oh man, I forgot I had that alarm on. Sorry, but maybe we're horrible because that's the same exact thinking. Like I don't want Ashton's toys being broken or Ashton's
Mhm.
toys being mixed up with somebody else's
Right.
or somebody claiming his stuff. because he can't really like speak up for himself
Mhm.
either. So and then plus like Ashton doesn't have like I mean he has a play area, but I would have to literally pack up that play area to make room to entertain people. So it's just
Mhm.
there's nowhere for them to go.
Right. Right. Yeah, we've done Christmas and Thanksgiving. We did Christmas one time, shoot, actually twice now. We our first Christmas in this house back in 2015. Our house is not big at all. It's a small house. And so, oh my God, it was so much. It was too much work. It was very overwhelming. And I don't know how we got through it, but we did. And then the last time we hosted Christmas last year, that was an accident because we
No,
weren't planning
that's
on hosting at all. I mean, we ended up having a good time. Just a few family members that came over. So I mean that ended up being cool. But I definitely needed a couple years break after hosting both sides of the family. Like I said, I don't know what we were thinking, but that was a lot. And then we did Thanksgiving. I remember that was when y'all came over. That was 2017. Because I remember it was the same year y'all got married. Right, right? Am I
yeah,
correct?
because we came back from our honeymoon.
Right, right.
Yeah.
So that was pretty cool. That was a good amount of people. But when it's a lot, it's just too much. And then you don't want to. Well, me, I feel bad like stepping away and going into the bedroom for a half hour or so. I feel bad because I'm like, okay, what if so and so is like, oh, well, I knew she didn't want us coming. You know what I mean? So
Hmm.
I try not to disappear, but in my head I'd be like, oh my God, if I just had maybe 20 minutes to go, maybe grab a glass of wine and go sit in the living room. I mean, in the bedroom or something for a little bit, but. I don't know. What do you do in those situations though? Like if you're hosting something and you just need some time, do you take that time or you just kind of wait until everybody's gone to have your time?
Um, I just gonna kind of be a little against the grain, but I don't feel like I ever had that.
Really?
Yeah, only time I ever felt like I was super overwhelmed, like that I needed to step away was when I was pregnant. But
Mm,
I could use that as an excuse. I used that for an excuse for everything pretty much when I was pregnant. But
mm-hmm.
yeah, I never really get like that. During the holidays, well, I'm trying to think back because I technically only hosted once, but I don't really felt like I got really quote unquote overwhelmed that I needed to step away and leave.
Mm,
I don't know. I feel like I at holiday events, especially when it requires me to be a little bit more creative, like
mm,
decorating and putting things together and organizing, like I kind of thrive off of that.
mm.
So I never really had that moment where I'm like, okay, I need to step out. But
Right.
if it's like, I don't know, it's really weird because it's only like holidays for real that I'm just like, "Ooh, I let me do all the things." But if it's like somebody party, like birthday party or the club or something, like,
Mm,
I don't. Why am I here with all these people?
right.
But I think for me, like the holidays is a way for me to be creative. So it
Mm,
kind of takes me out of that my typical introvert mode. So
right.
I never, to answer the question, I never really experienced that.
Oh,
I think I'd be on that
that's
creative
neat.
high.
Okay, I can see that though, because I mean, you have like a talking point, or you're like, oh yeah, everybody gonna see what I worked so hard for this last couple weeks and that kind of thing. Oh, but
Yeah,
yeah,
and
that was.
that gets me worked up too. Like, oh, you did this. Let me tell
Mm,
you how I did this.
yeah, yeah,
So yeah, I think I just be on that creative high, but absolutely like once it's over, I'm done.
yeah.
Like I'm completely drained. But yeah, because if it's anything else, like I can't do it. Too many people, but it's just the holidays. And now, like with Ashton, I think I'm even more extremely hyped up to do all the things.
Mhm. Right, right. The pictures and the memories and everything.
Yeah.
Mm. Yeah, that was actually the other tip that they had on there was to take a break when you're feeling overwhelmed or something. And
Mhm.
another one, which I don't really agree with this one, but the one tip was to arrive late. Like especially those, I guess those holidays where you know you're gonna be somewhere for 4 or 5 hours or whatever.
Yeah.
They say arrive late. Maybe arrive when you know the food is gonna be ready or something like that. But I don't
Mhm.
necessarily agree with that one, and I wouldn't do that. Like with us, uh, I'm
You
gonna
can't arrive
be
late if you hosting either, so that's kind of
right.
like it's at my house. I'm gonna be late to my own stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. That's true. But yeah, I mean, I guess I can see that. But if it's something like Christmas or Thanksgiving or something, and especially if you have to bring a dish or whatever, you can't arrive late because they probably waiting on the macaroni and cheese. So
Yeah.
yeah, I don't necessarily agree with
I
that
can
tip.
see arriving like when you know the food gonna be ready, especially in black households, because they'll say
Mm.
3 and don't nothing be ready till 6. So like I get that, but then you'll get the reputation that like you always late.
Exactly.
So
Yeah.
it's a catch 22. I do like the tip of taking a break because I don't think anything's wrong to like step aside for 10
Mm.
20 minutes. And honestly, if everybody's having a good time, they might not even notice.
Mm. But you know what? It's hard to do that during the holidays, especially. I'm sure it's not cold. Of course, it's not cold everywhere, but around
Mhm.
here, you can't just step away and go outside for a walk or something because it might be snowing or freezing or whatever. But I
Right.
feel like if it's like a, a birthday party, Easter, dinner or whatever, it's easy to step out. But I don't know. I just feel. I don't know. I don't. I've never actually like walked away. I've wanted to, but it's hard to just like get up and walk away unless you're at in a huge house or something.
Yeah, yeah, I've never gotten up and walked away either. Cause I'm thinking like even the places where we go, like other than the bathroom, if you in the bathroom for 20
Mhm.
minutes, like people gonna start thinking other things. So
Mhm.
it's really nowhere to go. And like you said, we can't like step outside because typically it's cold. Even Thanksgiving is typically cold around here.
Mhm.
So you can't really step out. I mean, I guess you can go to the car, but then you got to explain why you're going to the car. So it's
Mhm.
it's like you can't win.
Right.
But
So
yeah,
how does Chucky do? Like, does he love like the holidays and being around family and everything, or would he be ready to go? Or
it's funny because he really doesn't. Chuck is more of a
hmm.
homebody, but he can hold a conversation, but you can kind of tell if like we're there 3 or 4 hours, he starts shutting down. Like he'll be on his phone or playing that switchy thing.
Mhm.
And
He playing the game with him now?
yeah, sometimes he do. Um but yeah, even that, and it doesn't matter where we are. Like he'll do it at my side of the family, his side of the family. He's just more of a homebody, but he can hold conversations too. Like
Mm.
I wish I was like him. Like I could be my introverted self, but still hold a conversation when I need to.
Mhm.
That's how he is. But he's not the like if he could like just go get a plate and come back home, he would.
Mm.
So he likes to stay at home.
Yeah.
Which
Wow.
is
Yeah.
it's so funny though, because I'm like during the holidays, I'm like, let's go.
Mhm.
But
Like,
only during the holidays. I don't know.
mm,
It's weird.
I think Ray, he loves this time of the year. People coming over and unexpected guests and that kind of thing. He loves it. And I mean, I like it, but when I'm done, when I kind of like, I don't shut down and like go sit in the corner or nothing crazy like that.
Yeah.
But when I'm ready to go, I think Ray kind of picks up on it. I'd be like, all right, we're about to make a plate real quick, see everybody, at Christmas time, blah blah blah, everybody drive safely. Um, he picks up on those cues when it's time to go. When I've had enough.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't pick up on those cues. Sometimes Chuck has to has to text
Text you or
me.
something.
Yeah. I'd be like, oh, okay. Cause some
Mhm.
it just I don't really see too many of these people, so it's like catch up time, and then typically I bring something, so we're discussing what people brought, or if I
Right.
made something, we'll discuss that. So I kind of get into that whole mode, but yeah, I don't know. I'm like the complete opposite from the rest of the year. Between like October 1st and December 26th, I'm a totally different person. Because I just think this is like, it's like creative people's Super Bowl this time of year. So it's like, oh, it's time for me to make some awesome things and show it off. So that I guess I just kind of thrive off of that. But
Right.
it's so weird. But yeah.
It makes sense though.
Yeah, Chuck doesn't get it, but but yeah, that's how I am. But I don't know. I guess that would be maybe my tip if you're more of an introvert. Get to your creative side to get you through the holidays,
Mm.
because that's what helps me. But I know not everybody is into all the things that is creative.
Yeah, that's
So,
me. That's me.
so yeah, that's me.
Oh, yeah. I don't have much going on. Well, I guess I got a couple things going on this year that I can, sit down and have a conversation with people about. But I don't know. I'm just bad at talking.
So do you feel like, are you bad at talking like with your own family? Because I feel like I suck at talking with Chuck's family, but when it's my family, it's so much easier.
hmm With my own family or with my side of the family, it's not as bad. But yeah, with them too, yeah. Like, all right, all right. I guess we're gonna get out of here. Yeah, yeah. With both sides, yeah. So it's not any. I would say slightly easier with my side of the family.
Oh, but you still have that awkward moment of like, okay, I guess we'll go now.
Yeah. All right, bros. It was good seeing you. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, that's me.
Oh man, because I'd be like, my family, all right, I'm about to leave.
Right.
It's so much easier. But like, if it's me that want to leave on Chuck's side, I'm texting him like, okay, let's go.
hmm
I never say
Right.
it.
No. No, because you can't look like the one that's ready to go. Got to be him doing it.
Right, right. And then it's hard for me to like talk openly too with them because you don't want to mess up and say the wrong thing
hmm
or whatever.
Yeah.
So, but it's like with my family, like they know me.
hmm
I don't have to worry about that. Even if I do say something stupid, they don't care.
I do feel like they understand me better. On my side, I feel like they understand. Like, all right, Taylor, she must be tired, or oh, you know how she is. I mean, she ready to go. She ready to go.
Yeah,
So yeah.
it's not like they don't get their feelings hurt because they know
Right.
you. But I don't know. But it seemed like at this point, it's been 5 years. Y'all should know how I am at this point. But but still, I don't. I never tried to be rude at all.
Right. Oh yeah. Yeah. Did
I'm
you?
so excited for the holidays, y'all.
Oh, I can tell. I'm
And
I'm over
Taylor's
here
like,
dreading that. Like, oh,
hmm.
I do know where we're going though for Christmas and Thanksgiving. I know we're going to my aunt's house on Ray's side. Christmas, I'm
Yeah.
not sure about yet, but I'm excited. I know what I'm making and everything. I'm making the dressing.
Yeah, see, you can get, talk about that, but I don't know how long, how far talking about dressing is gonna get you,
Right.
but but it's a start.
Mhm. Yeah.
And that on their side, their family is pretty big too, right?
Yeah, yes, and they're all like very outgoing. I feel like I stand out. Not my personality is much different from them. Like I feel like nobody on their side has a personality similar to mine. So I feel like I stand out and I have to go out of my way to try to make conversation.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I totally get that. You feel like you have to be above and beyond
Mhm.
just to fit in. So yeah, I get that.
Yeah.
I get that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and his family is huge too, so
Hmm.
I feel like both of our sides, like actually Chuck's side of the family is much smaller than mine's,
Hmm.
so that kind of helps out a lot too. It's not as many people to like mentally entertain, you know what I mean? Like my capacity is probably like 5 people.
Yeah.
So, and it's only what 4 of them over there, so it's not as bad.
Hmm.
But it does make like starting conversations awkward because it's only 5 people there. So you
Everybody's listening to you.
right. I don't know. I guess people listening probably like she is not an introvert. She's sitting here super happy. We're like this is it's just tis the season, literally. Like
Yeah.
I am that person that is jolly old Saint Nick. As soon as October hits, I'm like Santa. So
Yeah.
so yeah, I'm just that kind of person. But
That's all right.
yeah. But the rest of the year though, mm-mm.
No, we can't go. We're not gonna be there.
No.
Uh-uh.
Yeah. I have people like ask me to do like summer stuff because I have the deck and the backyard space. I'm like, that's too many
Mm-mm.
people. And it's hot? Nah,
Mm. But
But
Christmas, yeah, sure,
Christmas,
come on
yeah.
over. Anytime,
At least y'all not hosting this year. That's a bit of a relief.
Yeah, yeah,
So are you scheduling time like before and after to like just decompress?
yeah, of course. And then where we're going for Thanksgiving, it's a little over an hour drive, so that'll be some time too. So on the way there, I'll maybe be able to, get a little bit of a nap in and, just kind of relax and listen to music or something. Then on the way
Yeah.
back as well. But day before and the day after, definitely. And I think Ray knows that, so we don't even like, try to, host anything or have anybody come over and help out with cooking or nothing crazy like that either. So
Yeah.
we're in a good place with that.
At least it's, an understanding
Mhm.
place with that. Yeah, I feel like that hour drive is really helpful too.
Mhm.
Um, it's probably a drag because I know when you're ready to go, like you want to be in your bed. Now I gotta wait
Right.
an hour. So, but it's still. Do the boys like still fall asleep in the car ride or whatever?
Yeah, yeah, they do. Yeah, it's,
See,
it's definitely
Ashton
not
kind of
as
phasing
quick
out
as.
of that.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, but then again, like most of my family is 5 minutes away, so it's really not,
Mm,
that much of travel time. But
mhm.
lately, even when we go to Chuck's parents' house, which is like 35 minutes, he still don't
Mhm.
fall asleep. I'm like, come on,
Wow.
go to sleep.
Right. And then when we went to Indianapolis, you said he didn't fall asleep the whole way there.
Nope, he didn't fall asleep
Wow.
till we were on our way back. And at that point, it was just like I'm crashing. It wouldn't.
Mm.
Oh, that poor kid. He don't want to miss nothing. He do not want
Right.
to miss anything.
You know what? That does help though, the fact that we do have a long drive when we go there.
Mhm.
Oh, we gotta go. We got a long drive.
Yes, use that as an
There.
excuse.
Uh-huh. Yep.
And do
Yep.
you have to work the next day too?
No, not this year.
Oh, oh,
No.
okay.
No.
Oh, that's even better.
Right.
I've used that as an excuse, as you guys have heard. Even though I don't have to work, I'm like, man, yeah, I got to get up in the
Mhm.
morning.
Right.
I've definitely used that as an excuse.
Did you have anything else?
No, no, other than it get crafty, but that's the way I survive it. But I think the article that you read has some really good tips. If it
Yeah.
is, I think the best thing if it is a way for somebody to like step into another room or anything
Mhm.
to like basically recharge. It's like putting your phone on a charger. But I think that's a really good idea, but you gotta have that space to
Mhm.
actually go to. That's the dilemma with that one, but that's a awesome idea.
Mhm. Yeah, yeah. And the crazy thing is, it's not, that you're not enjoying yourself or you don't like, this family member, whatever. It's just us. It's just what we have to deal with mentally. We need that time, and if we need to step away, we need to step away. Don't take offense. It's me, not you.
Literally, yeah. I wish
Mhm.
more people would understand that too.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I have a quote. Well, not really a quote, but I found this definition that I thought was pretty interesting.
Okay.
And I'm like, I wonder if this is who I am.
Uh-oh.
So the word is ambivert. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. It's
Huh.
Ambivert. And it says I'm both introvert and extrovert. I like people, but I need to be alone. I will go out, vibe, and meet with new people, but it has to be an expiration time because I need to recharge.
Mm.
If I don't find valuable alone time, I need to recharge. I
Mm.
need to recharge. I cannot be in my highest self. So I've never heard that term before, and I'm like,
Me either.
maybe that's what I am, but maybe on this, like if it's a spectrum, I'm more closer to the introvert spectrum. Because I love entertaining. I mean, to a certain extent, like having like girls' night and stuff. Like I love stuff like that.
Yeah.
I love doing like holidays, crafty stuff. But I I I need to recharge too.
Mhm.
Like it's at a limit. Like 5 people and maybe 4 or 5 hours max, and then
Right.
that's when I that's when I tap out. So I'm like, maybe this is the definition of what I am, especially during the holiday season.
Mm.
But yeah, that's like
Oh.
I've never heard that, so I wanted to share that.
Yeah,
And
I
then
don't know. That's interesting though, because like I feel like I definitely am introvert, period. Like I don't think I have an ounce of extrovert, but I do really like I've had things at our house at our house before. We've hosted game night a few times, and I'm very excited about the wine down at your house in a couple weeks. I'm very excited for that. But the weekend before and the weekend after, I don't want to do anything.
oh yeah, my
And then
schedule
also it's
already
only a
blocked
few of
out.
us. Mhm. Right, right.
Yep, literally. Like that weekend, that's the only thing going on.
Mhm.
And the weekend before, which is actually Thanksgiving weekend, I had that whole weekend blocked out. So I've started to do, and I don't know if this will be helpful to anybody else, is actually scheduling a weekend for just at home.
Mm.
Like even though you quote unquote don't have anything to do, but when people ask you like, "Hey, can you do this weekend?" No, I can't.
Mm.
I cannot do this weekend. My thing to do is to sit here and watch Netflix because
Mhm.
that's what I schedule for. So I've been starting to do that at least one weekend a month because I've noticed like it was September and October. It was like every weekend we were doing something, and we both work full-time jobs and have a toddler. So doing something every weekend is
Mm.
completely draining. So
Yeah.
I've started like at least once a month. This weekend, boom, I cannot do anything.
Mm.
So maybe that will help, especially during like the holiday seasons. Maybe your weekend and not do anything is the weekend after the holidays.
Yeah.
So hopefully that will help. But
Yeah, that's a good idea.
yeah, I cannot wait too. Like just to not do nothing, just watch TV. Like I haven't sat down and watched TV in the longest. I'm so behind on so much YouTube.
Mm.
Like I try to watch what I can at work, but oh, to be in
That's
my
funny you
bed.
said. That's funny you said you behind on TV, but then you said, "Man, all these YouTube thing." But that's what we like to do, though. We prefer, or we watch
Yeah,
more YouTube than actual TV.
YouTube is it's become better than TV for
Yeah,
me.
really, really.
Yeah, it's some things that I can catch, like I can sit there and watch at work or on the go if I'm working out or something. But it's nothing like watching YouTube in your bed with some wine and just
Mhm.
baby sleep. Oh my God, nobody bothering me. It's the best.
Mhm. Yeah.
But yeah. And then also just to say that, I'm not antisocial. I am just selectively social too.
Yes, exactly. Same here.
So yeah, nothing personal. It's a selection. That's all. But yeah, guys, I guess that is it for the week. Um, Let us know, like, in the comments if you guys are listening on YouTube, or if not, you can always hit us up on Instagram, and all of our social media and everything will be in the description below this episode. Let us know how you tackle the holidays, whether you're introvert or not. It may be some good tips for somebody else who's listening.
Yes, definitely.
But yeah. So you guys are actually listening to this after. It'll be after Thanksgiving. So hope you guys had a really good Thanksgiving.
Yes.
And I'm sure we'll be talking to you guys before Christmas for sure, but definitely get ready for Christmas if you're ready. But we hope you all had a safe holiday, and we'll see you all in 2 weeks.
Bye, guys.